I wanted to make this video to share about mind-body medicine and who this modality is not for. There are so many ways to heal the body. There's the conventional medical way and surgery, pharmaceuticals, put a band-aid on it, and then there are so many other pathways we can take that maybe you've learned about or don't even know about yet. And it can be really confusing, like what is right for me? So as a physician, I wanted to share who mind-body medicine is right for and who is likely to get the best results. For those of you who don't know me, I am Dr. Kim Duramo. I was an emergency medicine physician. I trained at some of the best medical institutions, but prior to that was a really intuitive person already and had the awareness that the body has the ability to heal itself, that the mind and body are connected, and that as a physician, the greatest leverage point I could offer was helping people activate that, give the body what it does need, take away what it doesn't need, and really max out on our inner capacity before we start adding all kinds of other things. And what I've seen is amazing. So many people have healed very significant chronic illnesses, even when they've been told they would die. And I've seen these turnarounds so many times doing this approach, the mental, emotional reboot, and found that this is something that I've dedicated my life to. However, it's not for everybody. And so this is a video to share so that you can see whether this is right for you and what may be a better approach. So the first thing where I've seen you're not ready to just jump into mind-body medicine is you're still in a lot of fear, urgency, and uncertainty about what's happening in your body. Is there a quote real medical emergency? And we need to look. It's okay to get some lab testing, to consult a doctor, to consult people that you trust so that you can kind of turn off the switch to know this is not an active acute emergency where I am imminently dying and I can't delve into something deeper. So there's nothing wrong with looking. Sometimes that brings up a lot of fear in and of itself. And I have also seen that grounding into your body will actually bring you a lot of clarity around that. That allows you to move forward with the right kind of testing, to have the clarity like, yep, this is the right thing for me, or nope, that's not what's needed, and turn off the fear response so we can take responsible and rational actions. But if you don't know and you're not willing to sort of turn those switches off, get what you need so that you can reasonably drop into your body and begin doing the deeper work. The second thing that I've seen come up that will keep people from really receiving this work or being ready for mind-body healing is there's a lot of attachment around their outcome and around the timeline they want it in. And so what I've seen that do is that person's really not willing to let go to what needs to happen for the healing to take place. Yes, when you let go, healing will happen and you will likely get the results you're after. But if you're so attached to them, you're not really going to allow your system to let go and do the work. So just ask yourself, am I willing to let go of the fear or the attachment or maybe the conclusions I have around this that have me like not really letting it in? And am I ready to receive something I don't already understand and I can't control? Because this medicine, this insight, it's not going to come from learning more stuff. It's not going to come from your conscious mind. It's going to come from a deeper part within you. And until you're willing to let in that deeper wisdom, that deeper insight that you don't control and that you don't already understand, you won't let go of the barriers so that your body knows it's safe to let something new in. The third reason I've seen people not really ready for the mind-body approach, and this might not be the best next step for you, is they're not really ready to do the deeper work that would be required in order to have the result they want. For example, sometimes we want to heal, we want to be healthy, we want to release the inflammation or even the disease, but we're not ready to give up habits or behaviors like people pleasing or being involved in relationships that drain our energy or things we think, oh, no, I can't do that. So you need to kind of look at like, what is this costing me to continue to hold these patterns? Whether it's food, right? It's comfortable to just like medicate with food, it might be temporarily uncomfortable to meet the underlying emotions of shame or lack of self-worth that need to move through so that you can release that addiction or that habit. And so not yet being ready or not being fully supporting yourself, having supportive people around you to move through these low frequency emotions and be temporarily uncomfortable so that you can allow the true healing to happen. So I would look at ways, how can I get supported so it is safe for me to move through these deeper spaces, to breathe through what might be uncomfortable. And then the last thing I've seen where people are just not coachable, they're not really ready to let in something they don't already understand, or it didn't come from them, or yeah, I already know that. And it's kind of like an arms crossed, like, show me something, prove it to me, but they're not actually open. So the way to get around that is just ask yourself, where am I 5 years from now if I continue these patterns? If I stay in the same consciousness or behaviors or health that I'm in right now, what does it look like? Blow it up for 5 years. And then the other thing to look at is, what is it costing me in my money, in my work, in my relationships to hold on to these patterns of like self-sufficiency or protectiveness, defensiveness, or yeah, prove it to me, kind of like that skepticism. Is this actually creating what I want? Then we begin to look at that. It might allow you a little bit to soften around some of those protective boundaries that are not actually serving you, and be willing to soften and let those go. So are you ready? Share with me in the comments here what questions you have. There are other approaches. Like I mentioned, get medical testing if you feel like that is so essential in order to be able to turn off the emergency bells and alarms so that you can be fully present to the process. Look at, are you willing? Are you willing to let in something new that maybe you don't even understand, that goes beyond just fixing the problem and is something that's even better, that's worth going through the temporary discomfort of dislodging all those old fears or emotions that were suppressed? And then what is it costing you to stay where you are? And is that new result of opening to true health, true vitality, and true freedom worth going through, letting go of some things that are ready to let go, letting go of some protections that are really not serving you, and just setting yourself free? If you'd like more, I'm at drkimd.com, and I'm so grateful to be supporting you on your journey.